All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakudash, and double honors to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor and with diligence, and honor to you brothers out there pushing this truth and love and sincerity to wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and their families, those that change according to the word, calling on the names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai in the time of trouble. Peace be unto you, and may the Lord have mercy on you and your families in these evil times that we're living in. And this is just a quick, admonishment. You know, I was meditating on the story that the Apostle Ricard, who is currently with us. Well, not with me right now, but he's currently here in Indiana. But a story that Apostle you know told has told me numerous times, which the stories from the old school never get old. But it was this particular story that was on my mind through the spirit, and I understand why. It was in this story that Apostle Ricard told me that he was in a facility, some type of facility, watching over a high priest Yaiquab in his old age. How him and Apostle Gabar used to guard over high priest Yaiquab. You know, and I don't know as I can't remember or recall exactly where he was living, if it was an apartment building or a VA hospital or whatever the place was he was living. I don't know, but they used to watch guard over the high priest Yaiqua, which high priest Ariel had appointed them to that duty. And this particular story, Apostle Ricard explained how he was sitting in front of the door in a chair, and sitting in front of the door to his room in a chair, and he was watching over him while he slept at night, basically on guard duty. And ooh, look at that, 555 right in front of me on the license plate. You know, Rakataya Halbashimi was shy. It's a powerful story. But he said during his watch, he drifted off to sleep. And he said while he was sleeping, he felt two hard pokes on his back. And he heard in his subconscious, up. High Priest Yaquab is waking up. And he woke up and he looked behind him. He said there was no one there. There was no one there, in the room with him. And he said immediately he knew it was the angel of the Lord. He said when he turned back around and looked, sure enough, the high priest Yaquab was waking up. And he said, "Hey, where you going?" He said, "I'm going to the bathroom, man." But you know, you know, my spiritual outtake of that is, when you're in charge of these dignitaries, you know, you have to have restraint within yourself. You can't overdo things. You can't do the things you usually do when you're in charge of dignitaries and the high ranking men of the Lord. You have to have some restraint within yourself. You know. So I'm gonna get this scripture right real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 32 and verse 9. It says, "If thou be amongst great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words." So if you be amongst great men, you're not supposed to do. You're not capable of doing the same thing that you would do, in your daily life. You know what I'm saying? If just like in that story, Apostle Ricard told us, High Priest Yaquab was asleep. So he fell asleep. But the angel woke him up because what? He was on duty. He was on duty. His duty was more important than the rest that he was getting at the time. And likewise with us, man. You know, if we have great men amongst us, if these men are amongst us, we have to be on point. We have to be ready to do our reasonable service unto these men, because these men are dig. You know, we have to be, you know, what's the word? You know, we have to be willing to. I'm trying to think of how I want to word it. We have to be pretty much at their service. We have to be at their service because the Lord is charging us to take care of these men while they're in our care. So we're we're not allowed to do anything that could jeopardize or that could bring harm to these men, especially in these times. Especially in these times, we have to walk in some type of we have to be careful. We have to be careful when it's just us, because Satan is on the attack. Satan is looking to destroy us, you know. So how much more our leaders? How much more these great men of the faith? You know, how much more Satan looking to try to bring harm unto them? You know, so we have to be on our duty. If you know, if you like, say for instance, you know, if you going to hang out with one of these men somewhere, and you know, say they want for a change, they want to have a couple of drinks, you know, and you're driving them around. You can't you can't be caught out there drinking and getting incapacitated when you're driving them around, because Satan will use that as an advantage, and he'll cause a situation to where there could be harm brought into them, you know. So you have to use restraint, you know. If you have to use some type of restraint, you know, because let's look up that word, equal. Equal. Equal means identical in amount. So you out with one of these men and you driving them around. You're supposed to be at his service. If he want to let his hair down, so to speak, and get nice, then you have to be in the spirit of, well, let me not, what I'm saying, let me not indulge too much, because I got the apostle or this elder with me, and I don't want Satan to get an advantage to where some harm or some danger could happen. You have to be on point, you know. And of course, we all have to be on point in our daily lives. But sometimes, man, you need a a little drink, a little, couple shots or something, because this life is fucked up. You know, sometimes you want to drink. You know, but then again, sometimes you don't. But then again, if you're in the care, if you have the care of, I would say, any brother, any brother that comes to visit. If he's in my care, I act with restraint, because unless we chilling at the house, if we chilling at the house, and I and we having a little drink, then I can, of course, I'm at the house. But if I'm out somewhere and this brother is riding, hey, I got to make sure that he gets to where his destination is safe, that we make it home, so I have to act with restraint to not allow Satan to get an advantage. You know, identical and equal amount, extent, or portion. It says early, even a smooth of surface. It says uniform, identical, equal, level. You can't be on that level in all things. You have to minimize. What you want to do. If it's a situation like that, to uh, 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 um, Salaki, my mind is. I'm on a detox, and when when you get on certain detoxes, you have brain fog. But you have to bring your levels down. In order to facilitate them. You know that goes for any brother, but especially dignitaries. You know, especially the men. You know, so we have to tone ourselves down a bit. You know, so that Satan don't get an advantage and cause a situation to where their lives, you could put their lives at risk, or Satan can you know pretty much fuck your night up. You know, have you in a position where you know you get pulled over, and the police give you a breathalyzer, and you drunk, and you got a dignitary in the car with you, and you get locked up, and then he can't really drive, so he got to go through the embarrassment of, see what I'm getting at. you know I'm not saying the brother did this, but I'm just bringing this out as you know an example. So um verse 10, it says, before thunder goeth lightning, and before a shamefaced man shall go favor. you know so let's talk. That's pretty much, that's saying that, hey, you can put yourself in the way of judgment by overdoing it, man, in the midst of these men. you know because the Lord could get angry at you and say, you know what, you should have fucking been on your P's and Q's. You got this such and such with you, and you going to fuck off. You overdoing it. You're supposed to have some restraint so that you can be the one of sound mind to in case a situation arises. If this man is visiting from out of town, he might want to have a drink. But if he's in your care, you can't be just getting just as many drinks as he is. Just as fuck, if he want to get nice, you can't be getting just as nice as him and you driving him around. You know, you got to be on point because you're in the facilitating a duty. You're on the job, man. The man is in your care. You know, so you have to have enough discipline to restrain yourself. You know, so that Satan doesn't have an opportunity to come and bring some danger, to a situation. You know, so that's pretty much it. You know, on this quick lesson. That's pretty much it. But with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shai, the honest to the apostles, honest to you brothers out there pushing this word. Shalom.